Filipinos went wild after Alex Eala walked off court at her Birmingham opener. And suddenly the entire Wimbledon conversation changed overnight.
Hi everyone, I'm so excited to be back and I can't wait to be out on court and I hope to see you there.
Not quietly. Not gradually. Completely. Because what happened at the Edgbaston Priory Club was bigger than a first-round win at a WTA 125 event. Bigger than ranking points. Bigger than a bounce-back performance after a disappointing French Open exit. This felt like momentum shifting in real time. And if you listened carefully to the noise around Court 1 after match point, you could actually hear it happening. Philippine flags everywhere. Fans screaming in Tagalog. British spectators turning around trying to understand why a grass court tournament in Birmingham suddenly sounded like a Davis Cup tie in Manila.
Eva is such a good friend of mine. She's definitely one of my closest friends on tour. Big hug before the match, a big hug after. No bad blood there. I'm sure there'll be many more matches and she'll get me a couple times.
The energy was unbelievable. And the craziest part? 6 days earlier, Alex Eala was sitting alone at Roland Garros trying not to cry after another painful Grand Slam loss. That is how fast tennis moves. 1 week you are walking off a clay court questioning everything. The next week an entire stadium is chanting your name while your Wimbledon dream comes back to life. That is the emotional roller coaster Alex Eala has been living through over the last 7 days. And honestly, it may end up becoming one of the defining stretches of her young career. Because Birmingham was never just Birmingham. That is what most casual fans missed. This was survival. This was ranking protection. This was pressure stacked on pressure stacked on pressure. And Alex Eala knew it. Heading into the grass swing, she had 219 ranking points to defend across Birmingham, Ilkley, Nottingham, Eastbourne, and Wimbledon qualifying positioning. That number matters. A lot. Because without a strong grass season, the possibility of entering Wimbledon seeded for the first time in her career starts disappearing quickly. And if that happened, the draw becomes brutal. No protection. No separation from elite players early. No reward for the progress she has spent the last 2 years fighting for. Suddenly every grass court match becomes enormous. Now combine that pressure with everything else she was carrying emotionally into Birmingham. The French Open disappointment. The first-round loss to her close friend Iva Jovic. The criticism from international tennis media. The whispers that maybe she had become overhyped. That word followed her all week. Overhyped. A brutal word for any athlete. Especially a 21-year-old carrying the expectations of an entire country. Critics pointed at the numbers. 1 career Grand Slam main draw victory. An inconsistent clay season. Back-to-back difficult losses. A withdrawal from doubles in Paris. Another early Grand Slam exit. To outsiders, it looked like evidence. But to the people who have actually watched Alex Eala closely over the last 2 years, it looked like something else entirely. Growth. Messy growth. Painful growth. The kind of growth almost every future star experiences before the breakthrough fully arrives. Because what makes Alex Eala dangerous has never been perfection. It is recovery. Every single time momentum disappears, she somehow finds a way to rebuild it again. That is becoming her signature. And Birmingham became another example. But to fully understand why this opening round victory mattered so much emotionally, you have to go backward 1 year. Same tournament. Same grass. Same pressure. June 2025. Alex Eala entered Birmingham as one of the favorites and walked into a brutal marathon against Linda Fruhvirtova. Nearly 3 hours on court. Momentum swings everywhere. Pain visible in her movement late in the match. Reports afterwards suggested she had been battling a serious foot issue during the deciding set. And eventually she lost. Heartbroken. Physically drained. Emotionally crushed. That memory followed her back into Birmingham this year. Athletes never fully forget losses like that. Especially on the exact same courts. Especially when they know another early defeat could damage much bigger goals waiting ahead. And then the draw added another complication. Priscilla honorable on paper, it looked favorable. Lower ranked wild card. Inconsistent recent form. A player Eala should beat. But hidden underneath the surface was history. The two had already played before. And the most recent meeting ended with Han winning in Ningbo qualifying. That changes things psychologically. Suddenly it is not just an opener. It becomes unfinished business. And while international tennis media spent the week debating whether Alex Eala deserved the hype surrounding her, Filipino fans were doing something completely different. They were buying flights. That part sounds exaggerated until you actually saw the videos. Filipino supporters traveling from London, from Dubai, from different parts of Europe, just to watch her play a first-round WTA 125 match in Birmingham. Think about how insane that is. This is not a Grand Slam final. Not a major semi-final. Not even a WTA 1000 event. And yet the atmosphere around Eala felt massive. Because for Filipino sports fans, this has become bigger than tennis. She represents possibility. A country known globally for basketball and boxing suddenly has a legitimate presence in world tennis. That changes how people emotionally connect to her journey. Every win feels historic. Every setback feels personal. Every breakthrough feels shared. That emotional connection exploded the moment she stepped onto court. The cheers were immediate, loud, constant. And something about Alex Eala looked different compared to Paris. Lighter, freer, more aggressive. The movement on grass suited her instincts beautifully. She trusted her backhand. Attacked early. Redirected pace confidently. And perhaps most importantly, she stopped looking burdened. That version of Alex Eala is dangerous. Because when she plays emotionally free, her creativity becomes difficult to contain. The angles appear sharper. The shot-making becomes fearless. And suddenly opponents start feeling pressure they were not expecting. Point by point, game by game, the momentum shifted toward her. And every time she won a big rally, the crowd reacted like it actually mattered. Because to them, it did matter. This was not just about surviving round one. This was about proving something. To critics. To doubters. Maybe even to herself. Then came match point. One final exchange. One final burst of movement. And suddenly it was over. Alex Eala had won. The celebration inside the stadium was immediate chaos. Fans screaming. Flags waving. Phones recording everything. And online, Filipino social media exploded within seconds. Manila, Toronto, Los Angeles, Dubai, Singapore, London. Everywhere Filipino tennis fans gathered online, the reaction was the same. Relief, excitement, belief. Because the Wimbledon dream was alive again. And then people started revisiting something important. The message Iva Jovic posted after beating Eala at Roland Garros. Instead of celebrating her own victory normally, Jovic uploaded photos of their embrace at the net and wrote, "One of those days I wish there could be two winners." That line stayed with fans. Because it revealed something the rankings do not always capture. Players inside the sport understand exactly how difficult Alex Eala is to face. Even when she loses. Even when the results are inconsistent. The respect from elite players keeps growing. And it is not accidental. Last year, even Iga Swiatek admitted after facing Eala that she had to mentally reset and problem-solve during their match. That matters. World-class players do not talk like that about ordinary prospects. They talk like that about future threats. And maybe that is why the overhyped criticism never fully landed with people who actually understand tennis. Because hype fades quickly if there is nothing underneath it. But Alex Eala keeps producing moments. Keeps producing reactions. Keeps forcing conversations. And now comes the most important stretch of her grass season. Ilkley. Nottingham. Potential Queen's Club qualifying. Eastbourne. Then Wimbledon. The tournament she has openly called her favorite Grand Slam. The place she dreamed about as a child. And here is where the story becomes genuinely historic. If she successfully defends enough grass court points across the next few weeks, Alex Eala could become the first Southeast Asian player in the Open era to enter a Grand Slam singles draw seeded. Read that again carefully. Not Filipino player. Not women's player. Any Southeast Asian player. Ever. That is how close she suddenly is to changing history. And honestly, when you remember where she was emotionally 6 days before Birmingham, the achievement already feels remarkable. Most young players would have disappeared after Paris, taken time off, protected themselves emotionally, reset privately. Alex Eala did the opposite. She packed her bags, stepped onto grass, and fought again immediately. No excuses, no drama, no public breakdown, just work. That mentality is becoming one of the defining traits of her career. The ability to absorb disappointment quickly and keep moving. And that is why Filipino fans believe so strongly in her future. Not because she wins every match. Not because every tournament ends perfectly. But because she keeps showing up. Again and again and again. Even after heartbreak. Even after criticism. Even after painful losses on the biggest stages. That resilience matters. Especially for young athletes watching her from the Philippines. Kids who now see tennis differently because someone from Manila is competing with elite players around the world. That impact cannot be measured by rankings alone. And now the grass season keeps moving. The points get bigger. The pressure increases. The competition gets harder. But so does the belief around her. Because after Birmingham, the conversation changed. This no longer feels like a talented young player trying to survive the tour. This feels like somebody building towards something much bigger. Maybe the breakthrough arrives at Wimbledon. Maybe it happens later. Maybe there are still difficult losses waiting before the real explosion comes. But one thing feels undeniable now. Alex Eala is getting closer. Closer to consistency. Closer to elite status. Closer to history. And the people who stayed believing during the difficult weeks are starting to feel vindicated. The doubters are still loud. But the crowds following Alex Eala around Europe are getting louder too. So now the question belongs to you. If Alex Eala enters Wimbledon seeded for the first time in her career, how dangerous does she become on grass? Third round. Quarter final? Dark horse semi-final run? Because after what just happened in Birmingham, counting her out again feels like a very risky mistake.